Hello everybody. If you ever owned a Nikon EM, you may have experienced a condition under which the light meter needle becomes unstable and starts to jump as soon as you activate the light meter. In today's video, I will demonstrate the two most likely causes for this problem and how to address them. There are two areas we need to look at. One is the ASA surface area, and the other one is the aperture ring contact and the surface area. So I've got in front of me a Nikon EM. This is my personal camera here, and I'm going to go ahead and use this as an example of addressing those two issues. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and get access to this area. This is going to be our aperture area. First things first, we're going to remove the lens mount. Got 4 screws here. All right, now we're gonna basically remove the mount carefully here. And then we've got a lens mount washer. We'll take that away too. And now we have access to this area, more or less have access to this area. First things first, I'm going to carefully remove the aperture ring. Now this aperture ring comes off easily without any problem, as you can see here. However, there is a sub ring, so to speak, where this aperture ring sits on, and that sub ring is being held by a tensioner or a spring barrel, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the official name for it. And what we want to do is carefully unwind it and ultimately get access to these contacts. So in order to get there, we're going to go ahead and remove this front panel cover. Got 3 screws here to take out. Got 1, 2, and 3. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. Change the angle here to get better access to it. Here we go. I'm going to first secure this button so it doesn't get lost. So the next thing I want to do, there's an opening here. I'm going to place my screwdriver so I can get to that barrel and hold it. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to remove this ring. Then I will unwind the barrel, and you'll see this white gear actually goes clockwise. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and carefully unwind it like so. Okay, now if I just remove it without holding this barrel, chances are that this spring is going to quickly unwind and may break or get damaged. We don't want to do that. All right, now that we have access to this aperture section, I'm going to go ahead and clean it here with my eraser. This is a brass or copper contact. Carefully go vertically, horizontally, whichever way you want to go. You don't want to really overdo it. You don't really want to damage these contacts, but do it enough where it's basically clean. Then I'll go ahead and clean the surface with alcohol, isopropyl, or you can use a denatured alcohol. Either one of them will work. Okay, and I'll do the same thing to these contacts. There we go. Now, as soon as I'm ready to place this sub ring back, I'm gonna go ahead and use my screwdriver here, and I will start going counterclockwise, winding this barrel. Probably 5-6 times would be enough. I'm going to go ahead and place it and engage it with this contact. And there you go. it went into its place. Now I want to go ahead and try to hold it with one hand here with some of my fingers here on the left side so it doesn't come off. Sometimes it has a tendency to spring back up and just loosen everything up. But let's try to hold it with one hand here sometimes. All right, I'm gonna place this lens release button back, the front cover. All right, and we have our aperture ring. This ring has this little extension, little notch here, and there's a little opening here on this sub ring. I'm gonna go ahead and match it. There you go, it springs nicely back and forth. So I'll go ahead and put this washer and then the lens mount. I'm gonna hold it with one hand while putting back these 4 screws. Yeah, so basically when you see this light meter going up and down as you are looking through the viewfinder, it's pretty annoying, and it doesn't give you a accurate enough reading because it just very shaky, very unbalanced. So the reason for this video is to demonstrate a quick way to address it and the proper way to address it. Okay, not just quick way. All right, so this area is right now clean as we can get it to be. Now, the next area we have to access is the top cover, and specifically this ASA dial section. So in order for us to do that, first we're going to go ahead and release the door, remove the rewind, okay, then we have to remove the ASA dial. It's a C-clamp. I'm going to use my tool here to carefully remove the C-clamp and then the dial. There you go. Now you can actually see this area here. Not much we can do from this angle. We have no access to this, the contact section. We still have to remove it. So in order for us to proceed, we're going to go ahead and remove the all right, let's see if we can get access to this area here. Seems to be a little tight. So I think I know why, because this is okay. This will go clockwise. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so be aware of that. So this particular winding lever is secured by a washer or a nut that in order for you to remove it, you have to go clockwise. And to secure it, you're gonna go counterclockwise. All right, let's take this out. Now we've removed 2 screws here from the side, so we've got 4 more. Three and 4. Go ahead and lift it up. Okay, what do we have here? We have 2 wires here, red and the black. I'm not going to desolder them. They're basically connecting the beeper to the main circuit board. I'm going to carefully place it here. All right, so what we want to do is get access to here, to the underneath of this area, and it's being secured by 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and remove them. Perfect. And the washer. So in order for me to lift it, I gotta go vertically up a little bit and to the side. Now you can actually visualize this area here. So what we want to do is basically clean this entire surface. I'm going to go ahead and move this contact here. First, what I like to do is apply alcohol cleaner here, isopropyl, to clean this surface entirely, like so, to remove any sticky residue. Sometimes there's a sticky oily residue and you want to go ahead and clean that off. Move it the opposite direction and clean this area as well. All right, this seems to be pretty clean. Like I said, this is my personal camera, so I may have done some work on it a while back, but in any case, so this is done. Once you're done with the alcohol portion, you're going to use the eraser to carefully apply that, and in the same exact manner, in the same exact area. Move it in the opposite direction, especially these metal surface contacts. They get oxidized, and this will basically present the problem, the biggest problem you're going to see with this Jumpy light meter. All right, once it's sufficiently cleaned, and you can see there's grime and dirt here on my eraser, I'm gonna clean it one last time with alcohol. Okay, you want to be careful with these copper contacts, brass contacts. Do not try not to touch them, because it's going to be difficult to straighten them out. All right, as soon as you're done, we're going to go ahead and reposition it back in its place, like so. And then the screws. Now you want to be extra careful when you're placing these screws back, not to over tighten it. As soon as you feel that there is tension, stop it, because this is ceramic surface. If you tighten it enough, it's gonna snap, it's gonna break and crack, and then you pretty much are done with your ASA dial. So you better be, you know, cautious. And again, this video is basically just to demonstrate how to do it. It's more informative. It's not in any way a recommendation for you to start doing it. If you're not comfortable enough, or you're worried about damaging anything, by all means do not proceed. This is not really a tutorial, but more of an educational video, if I may say so. All right, so we've got everything back together. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing those screws back. Right, got one screw in. Now I'm going to secure this door. There we go. One last screw here on the side. Now I need to position this metal ring here with its pin so it falls right into this contact, or pardon me, dial. Let's see where we are. There we go. As you can see here, it's fully inserted. I'm gonna put back the clamp. like so. Then lastly, we've got our rewind and the knob. Okay, well, I think we are done with this camera. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if so, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.